Hello friends, and welcome to the Architecture Enthusiast and to the Stoclet House, designed by the Viennese architect Josef Hoffmann. Located in Brussels, Belgium, and built between 1905 and 1911, it is a masterpiece mix of Art Nouveau and Art Deco, a large marble mansion with a series of perfect and asymmetrical cubic forms. The Stocklets commissioned Josef Hoffmann, a leading figure of the Vienna Secession Movement and one of the founders of the Wiener Werkstätte, a Vienna-based community of visual artists. The mansion would become one of the rare examples of 20th century modern architecture, praised for its unity of style. The German term Gesamtkunstwerk, roughly translated as a total work of art, and describes a creative process where different art forms are combined to create a single cohesive whole. It is one of the defining characteristics of the Jugendstil, or the young style, the German equivalent to Art Nouveau. Architect Josef Hoffmann's goal in this project was to realize a total work of art, which meant designing the building to include all its contents, such as the garden, furniture, and decoration. Over the years, the mansion would become one of the rare examples of modern architecture of the 20th century, appreciated for its unity of style. Josef Hoffmann was a student of Otto Wagner, and like Wagner, his works have a kind of geometric clarity which is in conflict with the exuberant architecture of the Art Nouveau style that was practiced in Brussels, even though Hoffmann is classified with the architects of Art Nouveau. In this project, the marble-clad facade is like Wagner's facades, and because of its simplicity, it predicts the development of modernist architecture, in which the whole of the complex was important: interior design, treatment of walls, furniture, and floors. When banker and art collector Adolf Stocklet commissioned this house, he imposed neither aesthetic nor financial restrictions on the project. The house and garden were completed in 1911, and their austere geometry marked a turning point in Art Nouveau, foreshadowing Art Deco and the modern movement in architecture. The Stoclet House is one of the most refined and luxurious private houses of the 20th century. The sumptuous dining and music rooms of the Stoclet House exemplified the theatrical spaces of the Gesamtkunstwerk, celebrating sight, sound, and taste in a symphony of sensual harmonies that paralleled the operas of Richard Wagner, from whom the concept originated. In his designs for the Stoclet House, Hoffmann was particularly attuned to fashion and to the Viennese identity of the modern style in the interior. Along with Hoffmann, other famous artists such as Gustav Klimt, Richard Luksch, Michael Polanyi, Koloman Moser, and Franz Metzner took part in this task and together created a residence that was elegant, modern, and functional at the same time. The Stoclet House plays a significant role in standing for a modernist form of luxury. Not only did it influence the style of the French architect Robert Mallet Stevens, nephew of the client Suzanne Stocklet, but it also became an emblematic symbol of the Art Deco style and American modernist luxury. The rigor of its exterior appearance is softened with artistic windows which appear through the eave line. The rooftop greenhouse and the metal sculptures of four men mounted on the tower that rises above the stairwell by the sculptor Franz Metzner. On the balconies are aligned balustrades with modernist ornament. Referencing English country houses and at the same time to the Baroque palaces, the three-story brick building began to be built in 1905. With a rectangular floor plan of 37 by 13 meters and a height of approximately 10 meters, with a tower that rises above the stairwell reaching 20 meters in height. In the winter of 1906, the outer structure was finished to the first floor. In 1908, the following intensive phase was conducted and in the autumn of 1909, the marble slabs of the facades were placed. Although the house was not finished, the family took occupancy in the spring of 1911. The exterior detailing, including the 4 bronze figures, the copper-clad window facades, and the copper corner accents bounding the white marble slabs that covered the facade, give a sense of unity to the building. Entry to the house is made through a pergola of square columns without capitals or bases. This austerity of form continues in the interior, where the procession of square columns defines the axes that organizes the attached succession of rooms. Wherever you look, every aspect of life, from how you sit to what you see, has become an example of human ability to create a complete environment. The square columns lead nowhere except to more rooms in which even the bathroom is perfectly tidy and surrounded with luxury, with a massive block of marble hollowed out to form the bath that rests on a raised platform in the middle of the space. The walls are covered with mosaics with representations of fish. Even the garden views reveal perfectly trimmed hedges, continuation of the axes towards a limited outdoor space. Within this order, there are moments of visual sensuality, such as the large murals or the double curved ceiling in the master bedroom covering the wooden nest where the Stocklets slept. In front of the living room, there is a corner of seats arranged around the fountain and made of marble. In all environments where curves exist, they are made more vivid within the context of the organizing orthogonal axes. The sensuality of the textures culminates with a large mural made by Gustav Klimt to decorate the walls of the dining room. The rooms are decorated with richness and luxury. Each surface of parquet, marble, onyx, or hardwood is itself an exercise in geometry conducted in a vertiginous variety of patterns. The music room, with an organ set in a small stage, was decorated with yellow and black marbles. The mansion enjoyed the comforts of the most advanced technology of the time, including electrical outlets installed in the marble wall, under the frieze, the dining room, and a central heating system installed under the windows. The house is decorated in its entirety in the style of the Wiener Werkstätte, highlighting the friezes made by Klimt. In his drawings for the monumental frieze of the Stoclet House, Klimt conceptualized 3 mosaics, the Tree of Life, the Expectation, and the Night, which once connected stood for a complex metaphor. Total and complete luxury is what lives in the Stoclet House, and it is important to be reminded of what made it so grand and beautiful in the first place. It is art, which knew no bounds, that made it so valuable.